You know what letter that is, Rover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey,
Q.
Froggy.
The one-year anniversary of the Mueller investigation, staffed with the singularly most biased special counsel attorneys in American history. And since then, we have witnessed events unfold, which are so unbelievable, so unimaginable, you'd have to be wearing a tinfoil hat or a card-carrying member of the conspiracy party to even believe it exists. We watched a president claim he'd been wiretapped. The Democrats chuckled. But he was right. He was right. Prosecutors and FBI agents working to change the course of political history. A shadow government whose agenda is to maintain their own power and control. A deep state we thought existed only on the pages of novels, alive and well here in the United States of America. We've watched in real time as text messages revealed those agents conspiring not only to interfere with the presidential election, but to then create the basis to overthrow a sitting president. $10 million and millions of documents later, nothing, I repeat, nothing has touched the president in spite of their claims.
Have Democrats?
Welcome to the Patriot Hour. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. Not a shred of substantial evidence after a whole, and all the clear crimes that were right there. They just chose that they weren't good enough, or didn't deem anything, but that's like true real crimes. And then they went after one that was called a witch hunt from the beginning. So one of the things Q says is all Trump's tweets have never, they're always deemed true, possibly later, So I think he knows the media. He's got no chance there. If he's told, it's fake. You listen to pretty much any of the media, you're going to get their spin. So he goes on there and just spins it anyway. He tweets. They just said all his tweets were just turned over to the presidential preservation for the history books. Transparency. This will go down as probably one of the most transparent presidential administrations ever, on top of everything else. A new standard. Okay, so let's not waste any time. We got some new Anon, Q clearance, breadcrumbs drops, some updates. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, maybe ring the bell. Everybody after the video, maybe comment, like, share. Sharing's huge to get the message out. So, all right, let's get into this here. And that was the first one, 1427. Last one I went over was 1426. We are Q. Where we go one, we go all. This came at 1353, 1:53 p.m. today for 1427 in the series, a flag for God and country, PNG. So 1428, we had an anonymous post. At 1355, Q reposted it for context. Q's picks today seem to be a few seconds after the Feb pick. In the Feb pick, they are crossing the street, reaching the median. In today's pick, they have crossed the median and have begun crossing the street. The two people walking on the sidewalk on the right side of the picture are walking toward the camera. Q puts ROT, rotation. Q. So in those pictures, the truth has been in front of you the entire time. And this goes to old Donald Trump tweet from 2013. How amazing, the state health director who verified copies of Obama's birth certificate died in a plane crash today. All the others lived. He's got to clean up the mess now. Just some old people commenting or posts from. So that's 1429 in the series. That came at 1406. 2:06 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. Q puts at 1419, 2:19 p.m., 1430 in the series. Clarification, we exposed the password, post 91, on purpose, 23rd executive order. Subsequent posts on here were then made by an Anons. Timestamps verify. Use logic. Understood? Be careful who you follow. Okay, so next one would be 1431 in the series. We have a couple of reposts here. This came at 17:05, so 5:05 p.m. Q's showing his 5/16/18 one. Follow the pin, already written. Letters left visible to match. Where we go one, we go all. And then a repost of the Donald J. Trump rig system tweet. EO unreleased. Today was a precursor. It must be requested officially first, correct? So it's got to be requested. We know that those three members of the congressional committee requested. So now Donald J. Trump, can respond and say, well, we had people ask, we'll do it. We'll declassify some stuff, some documents, make this clear, get them to rush it over. I don't know if it has to be declassified, but force them to turn it over to Congress. Okay, so then we have Ron DeSantis. Thanks for responding favorably to the letter I sent at Jim Jordan and Republican Mark Meadows. Let's cut through the relicant bureaucracy, get to the truth, and hold the people accountable. Those who are the loudest, suicide weekend, pain. Okay, and the last one so far, 1432 in the series. This came at 1734, 5:34 p.m. Finally, be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God. All right. So that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the saints. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:4. That is the word, folks. Can't go wrong there. Right? All right, so some of these are very interesting. We had the Obama tweet from Donald J. Trump from way back in 2013. You know, clarification was a password put out on purpose, right? 23rd executive order. Done for a reason. Timestamps verify, use logic. Be careful who we follow. Again, folks, always listen to everybody. Just verify. You know, you can be, if you like these other channels and people don't always agree with you or say something, if it's constant and all the time and you see it trying to spin you, that's when you make the decisions. Not everyone's always going to agree with you or your exact. I mean, there's so many pieces of this puzzle, and it's meant to be very, very hard to see the truth. In an evil world ran by evil things, they're slick, they're wise to it, they're good at what they do. So people get misconstrued sometimes. All you can do is pray for them. Pray for them to see, you know, you pray to your Lord and your God to help them see the right, correct path, the light, right? The truth. So not everyone's always going to have it right. Not everyone's going to agree with what you agree with. The best you can do is, you know, if you like a certain channel or something that you like and they don't agree, you know, you can stick with them. You just don't agree with them on that thing. Now, if it's something that really, truly offends and it's something you can't get past and it's continuous and you see they're pointing you in the wrong direction, that's a different story. But just got to use your best judgment, like we said, you know, talk to everybody, listen to everything you can, and believe none of it until you can verify it. We say that a lot. Don't take what we say here or I ever say here to be 100% until you can verify that. You know, we read this, give you a little bit of feedback. Sometimes there's articles linked. Read those for what they are. We know there's a lot of fake news out there. It's not all of it. There are some good journalists and people that have a little bit of you know, constructive, you know, they're able to actually do their own work and get their own actual work out there. They got enough control, all right, creative control of what they're doing. It's not always the case, but here it is, and it always will be. Again, we started this, I started this, got a group of buddies, and our Patriot Hour show will always be us talking, no script, never. So we're truth. We are all about truth and promoting freedom, keeping our liberties. That's huge. So as we see it unfold, we will keep reporting on it. And that's what we're here for. So we appreciate it. All right, there's no more updates. Again, if you're new to the channel, just stopping by. Anon, what is it? What's it all about? Take a look around the channel. There's a What is Anon video I did a month or two ago. Could probably do another one just to have everything else that's happened in there for verification purposes. But again, or check around the internet. There's tons of other channels, videos, and things that you can read up upon. I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. Good evening. God bless and Godspeed to each and every one of you. We'll see you see you back here real soon on the next update video. Again, leave a comment, thumbs up, share the videos with your friends on your different social media platforms. Again, at the beginning, we had Ben, the Butcher, send over some great files. I got a few other ones, so I'll be throwing them in here every now and again. He's putting in hard work. And again, promote him. I'm going to leave his channel link down below. That's Ben the Butcher. He's got like free video Fridays or free beat Fridays. So any of you out there with channels yourself or friends, you could probably get some things that you are looking for. All right, this is Mike. We're out of here. We'll see you guys back here real soon. Good evening.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.